Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Rahara Kakwadash, and all double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well. And Shalom to the Hope Elect that's continually pushing out this gospel to the other members of the Hope Elect in all faith, true sincerity. Shalom. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, These Have Power to Shut Heaven. All right, because having this truth and this word, this wisdom, this knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, really this is a form of spiritual power, because it is prophecy that the men of the Lord, the ones who are chosen to receive that the spiritual power, they're going to receive it in that day. All right, but as far as us here right now, we do have spiritual power, man. All right, which is this word and the ability to be able to break down the scriptures. All right, among other things, man. Okay, having the name of Yahweh or Yahushai, to be able to pray towards the name. All right, because that's for one thing. It's not of our own that we have this power. This is the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that we have, man. All right. And I'll Slakia too, Slakia as well, because I'm here at my job. If I have to put down the phone from time to time. But like I said before, man, we have it, which is on a low level. All right, but in the time to come, it's gonna be amplified, man. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go into the scriptures. Before I do that, I want to go ahead and put the phone down real quick. Got to handle business like you.
Two of them black and mild jazz plastics. And a pack of them red papers up there. The jazz.
All right, so like you, it says Revelation the 11th chapter, and I'm gonna start from the first verse. All right, so like I said before, just to get back into the spirit, Salakia for that, had to handle business. It says at verse 1, or Salakia, like I said before, we have the spiritual power is on a lower level, which, like I said before, is this word, and it's going to be amplified in the future, man. All right, now I'm starting at verse 1. It says, "And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar, and them that worship therein. All right, but the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread under foot 42 months." All right. So the court of the temple, like the scriptures say, man, leave out and measure it not. All right, but within the temple, measure it, man. And actually, I'm gonna grab a quick precept to back that up. Slide, bear with me for 1 second. This is Revelations, the 21st chapter, and start at verse 16. As I'm starting at verse 15, Slakia. It say, and he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof, and the city. And this is also talking about the same thing, man. All right, the temple, which was measured with the reed, is talking about the same thing, because it says, he that taught with me had a golden reed to measure the city, right? It's that same reed that we read about in Revelations, or should I say Revelations the 11th chapter, right? And go back. Verse 16, it says, "And the city lieth foursquare, and the length is as large as the breadth, and he measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal." All right, verse 17, and it says, "And he measured the wall thereof 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is of the angel." All right. So it was measured 144 cubits, man. 144 is talking about the election. Okay. 144,000. So the men of the Lord, Lord's will, we are of that righteous number. Going back to Revelations, the 11th chapter, about giving power unto his two witnesses, Lord's will, we are of that righteous number, and we receive that power as well, man. All right. Or should I say, we receive that power. Now, at verse 3, it says, "And I will give power unto my two witnesses," right? "And they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth." And that's exactly what we're doing right now, man. We're prophesying, all right, clothed in sackcloth. And power has been given unto us, right? Like it says, the two witnesses, okay? Let me grab another precept to bag this one up. Should be Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. Let me see if I can get it real quick. All right, it's Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. And going a little bit down. Start at verse 15. It says, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions." All right, which is the two sticks, right? One for Judah, all right, and one for Joseph, which Joseph is talking about the tribe of Ephraim. All right, like it says, for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions. All right, so when it speaks about Joseph, it's talking about Ephraim, because Judah is the head tribe of the southern kingdom of Israel, and Ephraim is the head tribe of the northern kingdom of the nation of Israel. Okay, so those are the two sticks, right? Verse 17 saying, "And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand." All right. So, and you see that right now, man. All right. Those two kingdoms are coming together. The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom coming together, and you see that in this truth, man. All right. You have brothers that are of the northern kingdom. You have brothers of the southern kingdom. You have Ephraimite brothers. You got Judite brothers. You got Issacharites. Benjamites, Levites. So those two sticks are coming together, man. All right. And you also see that with the camps too, man. With the sign that we have that's in the forefront with all the 12 tribes. That's also we we call that the stick too, man. Those tribes coming together. All right, which makes up all the whole nation of Israel. All right. Now, verse 18, it says, "And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them to one stick. And they shall be one in my hand. All right, and the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. Slack. All right. So now going back to Revelations, the 11th chapter. So brought that out. back at verse 3, it says, "Now I will give power unto my two witnesses," right? Which you see that today with the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Shai, starting with the apostle elders of Great Millstone on down. It says, "And they shall prophesy 1,203 score days clothed in sackcloth." All right, now I made a video recently. I entitled it as sackcloth, all right, fasting and weeping, because when we go out in the highways and byways, man, that's what we're doing, man. All right, that's pursuant to the book of Matthew, where it speaks about the children sitting in the markets. All right, saying we piping unto Israel, right, and they're not dancing, all right, and we're mourning unto them, and they're not weeping, man. All right. Also pursuant to Ezekiel, the 9th chapter and the 4th verse, the men that sigh and cry. All right. And also too, we return to the Lord, because we're guilty of breaking the law, man. All right. We came out of the world as sinners, we still going out to this very day, man. All right. That's why we're continually doing this work and going out on the highways and byways and teaching, and in the hopes that Yahweh Bashim Shai have mercy on us, man. All right. Now, verse 4 said, "These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the Most High, the power of the earth." All right. "And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth and devoured their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed." So, hey, you come up to the men of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man, you really, if you come out of line, I'm talking to 2/3 of our people, man. All right. You coming out of line, man. Hey, the Lord's going to do something to these guys, man. These reprobates, these scoffers. All right. So it said, like it says right here in verse 5, man, any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth and devoured the enemies. If any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed, man. So, hey, like I said before, man, the Lord, it got you, man. All right. Really asks for, it's a death wish, scoffing against the men of the Lord, man. All right. And that fire is spiritually talking about this word, man. All right. But guess what? Pretty soon it's going to be physical, man. All right. What you're seeing right now is spiritual right now, man. All right. Because the Lord is looking for the ones who are worthy to receive it, man. Or to receive this knowledge, should I say, this truth through the Spirit. All right. And then afterwards, it's going to be physical, man. Like the scripture pursuing on Jeremiah, the 16th chapter, 16th verse. It said, "I will send for many fishers, and they shall fish them." All right. And then afterwards, he's going to send for many hunters, man. Okay. Now, verse 6 said, "These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy." All right. And we do have that power right now, man. All right. Because if us, the men of Great Millstone, starting with the apostle elders on down, stop doing videos, if we start going out on the highways and byways, man, man, it's scoffers and scorners will have nothing else to do, man. They probably kill themselves, man. All right. And see, that's the thing, man. And you actually, you saw that with the apostle elders when they moved from 34th and 7th. All right, they're not there anymore, man. They're somewhere else, man. They're at an undisclosed location. All right, and the guys that came out, consistently listening. All right, and I'm talking about the ones that were on the fence, man. Those guys that were sitting out in the crowds, listening and never put their hand to the plow, just sat on the sidelines. They're looking for him right now, man. I'm pretty sure they're looking for him, and they're not there anymore. So the apostle elders have shut the heavens to those guys, man. Okay, and it's not raining over there in the days of their prophecy. All right, or Slakia. Like it says at the beginning of verse 6, it said, "These have power to shut heaven." So the apostle elders have shut the heavens on 34th and 7th, right? And now they're somewhere else, man. Okay. Now reading on, it says that it rained not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. All right. And see, that's another thing, man. Not only does the prophets of the Lord, starting with the apostles on down to the other men of great millstone, have the power to shut heaven, all right, that it rain not in the days of the prophecy. So, you know, we could just pack up and go to another location, man. You won't see us out there again, and we're not telling you where we're going. Okay. And but another thing is that we have power over the waters to turn them to blood, man. Now, physically, we can't do that right now, man. All right, but in the future, hey, that'll be an actual thing, man. All right, because the Lord's gonna give us that power once again in that day. Okay, but right now, having power over the waters to turn them to blood and to smite the earth with plagues, right? Brothers send up curses, man. All right. And you know, have brothers that have testimonies of sending up curses, and Yahweh Bashim Shai honored those curses, and you know, took certain guys out, man. All right. So when you deal with the men of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man, hey, that's why the scriptures say, man, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, man. All right. Why is that, man? Because Yahweh Shai is in the midst of the camps, man. That's why the scriptures say that, man. When you come to the camps, keep your foot when you go there, because Yahweh Shai is in the midst of it. When you really coming before the men of the Lord, you're coming before Yahweh Shai, man. All right, because we're the ambassadors of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. Okay, like the scriptures say. All right. Verse 7 said, when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them. All right. Now this is going on to another time period, because in the book of Revelations, you know, you have to really examine the scriptures, because it'll go from one time period to another time period. I'll give you an example, like the war that was made in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against Satan and his angels. All right, in that same chapter, it skips timelines, man. And this is doing the same thing. Okay. But I want to grab another precept, because so I'm going to ask the second chapter, because the disciples of Yahweh Shai, whom these people initially called Jesus, which later became apostles, they received power, man. All right, they received power of healings, all right, among other things, man. So this is the Acts, the second chapter, and start at verse 1. It says, and when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place, and suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire, and it sat upon each of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. All right. Now that's spiritual power right there, man. All right. And that was power given unto him by Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay. Now I want to grab another precept, the book of Isaiah. Isaiah, the 40th chapter. Let's see, Slakia. Isaiah, the 40th chapter, and the 31st verse, said, but they that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, shall renew their strength, man. This is another thing, man. This thing that we're doing, you know, it takes patience to do what we do, man. All right. Why is that, man? Because this thing of ours is a faith, man. All right. So therefore, we wait upon Yahweh Bashim Shai until one day he will renew our strength, man. Okay. It said they shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. All right. So we're patiently waiting on that day for the Lord to give us the power back, man. Okay. But like I said before, it's going to be amplified in that day, man. Like it was back then during the time of the apostles, right? Which Peter, the head apostles, and then the rest of the other apostles, which they had spiritual power. Guess what? You're going to see that again, man. Okay? Like I said before, it's going to be amplified and magnified, man. And the people, and let me grab one last precept and I'm going to close it on out. Because the people are going to see it, right? And they're going to ask, they're going to ask, well, how you, in a roundabout way, man, say, how you get this power, man? How are you doing this? And then we're gonna declare unto them Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. When they ask, well, how are we doing these things? Okay. It's the book of Psalms, the 110th chapter in the 3rd verse. It says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. All right. So the point of this precept is that thy people shall be willing in the day of our power, man. All right. So once we receive the power, the Lord willing, we'll have that righteous number to receive the power. Guess what, man? Our people, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the nation of Israel, is going to be willing in that day, man. Okay. So that pretty much wraps up the video. Lord's will, this was edifying to the body of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, to the hopeful elect, the sincere Akim that's watching. And until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Rahawah Kakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well. Shalom to the hopeful elect that's consistently laboring in this truth, spreading this gospel to the other members of the hopeful elect in all faith, truth, sincerity. And with that, we're going to say shalom.